Yeah, guys. So let's come back. And in previous class, I have taught you what is append. Okay. We have seen the different scenario of the append, and as well as we have discussed the merge. Okay. Now we're going to take pivot and unpivot today. Okay. So guys, if you have any query related to merge and append, you ask now. As we start the topic, pivot and unpivot. So today we'll see pivot and pivot. We'll see what is transpose in Power Query. We'll see what is group by in SQL query. Group by in Power Query. So similar to SQL, people those who have attended morning batches, they know what is group by. Similar to that, we have group by in SQL. So we'll try to see what is group by. We'll also try to see what is parameter in Power Query, and if time permit, we'll see what is query folding. So these are the very important topic, that are asked in the interview. Query folding is very, very, very important topic because it increase the performance of Power BI report, and that's why the query folding is very important topic. Apart from these, the topic that I'm teaching you, these topic even are very important, and we'll see date transform also. So we'll once we have a date, we'll try to see from this date how we'll get the year, how we'll extract the month, how we will extract the quarter, and so on. We'll talk about this. So these are the four different topic that we will try to cover today. Okay. So let's be here only. Somebody pinged. Okay. If you have any query, you can ask. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Like Power Query, you know, is useful to do the transformation, ETL transformation. The same transformation can be done in SQL also. Okay. Yes, because it is totally UI based. You don't have to write any query. It's just most of the thing just drag and drag or either just click off of your button. Yeah, and at the back end, Power Query as a tool will going to generate code for you. I will show it what the code they will going to generate. That code is called M code. No, they have different code. That code is called not a SQL query, but that is called M code. M code stand for mashup code, mashup language or mashup code. Okay, I will teach you. I will give you some basic understanding of what is mashup code. I will try to show you when we do unpivot. Yeah, Akshay, you have a question. Yes, that can be one of the case. That is one of the case that you can do. Let's we'll discuss in detail. First, let's start with pivot. With that, I will introduce it. What is M code or mashup code? Okay. and then we'll come up to your question. Okay, so suppose we have a table, and the name of this table is employee attendance. So this table with its name only contained name of the employee and information about their attendance. So this organization is working from Monday to Saturday. So we have 6 different days, and on each day we have 3 employee with the CD01, CD02, and CD03 employee ID, and whether they are present on that day or not. So if I see on Monday, employee ID CD01, CD02 was present, but CD03 is absent. And same apply for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, this is how my data is. Now, what I want, what I want that I should, transform my data into this format or this structure or this schema. So these are called, you call it, a structure, you call it a schema, okay, or you call it a table structure. Okay, so what I want one column as employee ID, another column as a day, and then we have a attendance status. So for employee ID 1, okay, I will have, inside day, I will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 rows. So for employee ID 1, I have 6 different rows. And his attendance status. So if you see employee ID CD01, he was present on Monday. So Monday present. On Tuesday he was absent. Tuesday he was absent. On Thursday he was absent too. On Thursday he was absent. On Friday he was present. He is present on Friday and sorry Thursday. On Friday also he was present, and on Saturday he was absent. So absent here. So if you see, I have this information of employee 1, CD01. Okay. If you see the difference in structure, what is happening? Earlier, I have 7 rows, sorry, 7 column, one column for employee ID and another 6 column for day. Now I have 3 column only. I have a employee ID column, but there is other 2 column, day and attendance status. So if you see, the number of column has reduced. Earlier, for employee ID 1, CD01, we have 6 column. Now I have 2 column. But if you see, for employee ID 1, CD01, earlier I have 1 row only. But with this structure, to have same level of information, now I have 6 rows. So what is happening? I'm converting this, 6 column into a set of 2 column. One column is called day, another column is called attendance status. This set of 2 column, that is day and attendance status, is normally called attribute and value pair. So this column will call attribute and this column will call value. So this attribute, if you see, it will have information about dimension, the days, column information, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So attribute have, column headers. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And this value will have this corresponding value. On Monday, he was present. On Tuesday, he was absent. On Wednesday, absent, present. On Thursday, Friday, he was present. On Saturday, he was absent. Same level of information is present in value. Okay. Same apply for employee ID CD02. We have next six rows. So if you count, you see the count is coming six. This count is coming for, like, why is coming, see, one for Monday, another for Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Six rows. One for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And their corresponding attendance status. And same apply for employee ID CD03, their day and their attendance status. So earlier, if you see, I have table into this structure. This table have more number of rows, more number of columns. Number of columns is 6, but number of rows is less. But when I unpivot it, the number of column has reduced from 6, it is now 2, but number of rows has increased. Number of row has increased. This process of converting column into, number of column into set of two column, and these two set are called attribute value pair. This is called unpivot. So let me write what is unpivot. A process of converting large number of column into set of two columns called attribute value pair. And this is called unpivot. This is called unpivot. This is called unpivot. So let me have this only here only. Okay. Now what is the need of unpivoting? So I have table into this structure. I have same level of information here also. Why I need to unpivot my table? I am fine with this structure also. But what will happen? You have a structure of, you have table into this structure. You want to filter your data by date wise. So suppose you want to have one filter. In that filter, you want to select date. So on Monday, who was present? Like, on, like, if I have employee ID 1, CD01, if I filter CD01, I should have all the information. So suppose if I filter here, CD01, I have information about CD01. So on Monday he was present, absent, or like that. Or suppose if I want to apply filter on day. So if I check on Monday who was present, who was absent. So on Monday, These three employee are present. On Tuesday, who was present, who was absent? What I can do, I can select Tuesday and I will have same level of information. So whenever you want to apply any slicer or filter, okay, or if I want to say, I need to check, present status. So which employee was present on which day. So this level of filtering, if I want to filter, which employee was present, absent on which day, this type of filtering is not possible into this structure. I cannot, check for, present for all day and for all employee. This is not possible into this structure. So to view my table, to view my data, to analyze my data, to filter my data, if my data is in this structure, it is very easy for the end user to analyze data, to see data, to filter data, as the data is into this format. And because of this reason only I want to do unpivot. So what we do in unpivot, we take a set of column, except employee id, because I need to convert from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into day, and their attendance status into attendance status, whether they are present, absent into attendance status. So that's why I will select from here to here, and I will convert this six column into set of two rows. These set of two rows are called these two sets of rows are called attribute value pair. This set of two rows are called attribute value pair, and this process is called unpivot. In Power Query, we'll see that. So let me have this data. Let me go to Power Query. So currently I'm in Power BI desktop. Okay, I'm in Home tab. To open Power Query, you need to click on Transform Data ribbon. Now I'm in Power Query. Okay, I'm clicking on Enter Data to paste my data. You know, and the name of the table is Employee Attendance. So I will have this name and put the name here. Click OK. The data will start loading into my Power Query. So now I have employee attendance, employee ID, data type is ABC, ABC is text. So the AI intelligence had detected correctly. Same for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I have this data. Now I have to convert this data into this structure. What I have to do, I have to unpivot my data. Okay, what I have to do, I have to unpivot my data. Yes. No issue, you can drop. So what I'm doing, I need to unpivot from this structure to this structure. I need to unpivot my data. Okay, so I have this structure. How to do that? You need to select your first column Monday. If you want to select another column Tuesday, so what you have to do, you have to press and hold the control key on your mouse, on your keypad, and then click Tuesday, then click Wednesday, then click Friday, then click Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can do that one by one. You can select all the column which you want to unpivot it. I don't want to, like employee ID, I don't want to unpivot. I want to Unpivot this six column only, so I selected this column. Another way of selecting all the column is you need to select Monday column, scroll at the end, press and hold Control and Shift key at the same time and click it here. So Control and Shift key at the same time and click on the last column. So all the column between the Monday and Saturday will going to select at one go. So there is two way of selecting column. Now since you selected this column, what you have to do, you need to go to the transform. Under transform will have unpivot. So if you see unpivot column under any column area, this is my area. We have unpivot. I need to click unpivot. So what has happened? As soon as I click the unpivot, my all the selected column, six selected column are now converted into two set of column. These two set of column are called attribute value pair. So in attribute, I will have day like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for each employee. So if you see employee ID is CD01 and we have CD0 like for one for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. For 6 day we have CD01 from row number 1 to row number 6. Same from row number 7 to row number 12 I have the information of CD02 employee. For row number 13 to row number 18, I have the information of CD03. So these two set of column are called attribute value pair. Okay. Earlier, if I go back to under apply step, if I go back to previous step or a previous transformation, I have this table. What I have done it, I have unpivoted this six column. Unpivot means converting column into rows. Let me write it. Unpivot means converting selected group of column into rows. Into a set of two column, and that are called attribute value pair. The number of rows increases. If you see, the number of rows increases. Earlier I have 3 rows, now I have 18 rows. So number of rows will increase, but the number of column decrease. Earlier I have 6 column, now I have 2 columns. These 2 column are called attribute value pair. Now, so if I come back to unpivot, we have attribute value pair. What I can do, I can rename this column header. Since these are a day, so I will rename to day. Hit the enter. So these changes are here. So see, I'm changing the day here. This is called formula bar. In formula bar, Power query at the backend will going to generate M code. This is a M code. So what the M code has done, it has used one of the function that is called table dot rename columns. This is the function that inside table I want to rename some column. Okay, what is this? This is the name of the table that are present at previous state. So if I go to this my previous state, if you see the name is unpivot column, the same exact name is coming here. So what it is doing, it is saying that earlier my table of structure was like this. So I have taken this table, with employee ID column header as an attribute and another column header as a value. I have this table. On this table, I have done some transformation. So that's why this name will come. If I go to unpivot, you know, this is also used table dot unpivot other columns. This is a function that are used to unpivot. Okay, and what it is saying, change type. Why it is saying change type? Because if you see unpivot, above unpivot we have a change type. So on this data you have applied the unpivot, and that's why it is saying change type. So on which data I am doing this transformation, we're going to mention here. So if I remaining renaming my column, I'm remaining renaming column on unpivot column data. This is my table structure. This is my data. I'm doing on this. So that's why this name is coming here. Now what I have done it. So I have there was a column with the name attribute. I renamed its name to day. If S is missing, I can put S here and hit the commit button. So this is a commit button, or hit the enter key. Anything will work. I will click on commit button. See here days has came. S has arrived. So you change it here or you change it here. Both will going to do that. If you are changing it here, it is UI based. Okay. For each UI, what Power Query will do, it will going to generate M code for you. So it is generating M code. So you should know how to write a M code. If you don't know, you don't need it. In power in interview they will not going to ask you. But at least you should understand what these are generating. That's why I'm explaining. Again, if you change this column name to value, from value you want to change it to attendance status and hit the enter key. So see what is saying. I've used this function on this table structure. I have changed the attribute column header to days and the value column header to attendance status. Okay. If somebody have studied Python, they will able to understand. These are behaving as a dictionary. So this is a key and this is a value. This is a key. This is a value. It is behaving like a dictionary or data type that is available in Python. But as of now, you should able to understand this much. If you are able to understand that on this table, what I am doing, I am renaming this attribute column to days and value to attendance status. This is more than enough. You don't need to understand more. Okay, these type of transformation is called unpivot. Unpivot means converting a group of column into a set of two column. That two column are called attribute value pair. That is called unpivot. Why I'm repeating every time? Because they will ask you what is the difference between unpivot and pivot. So unpivot means converting a group of column into a set of two column. These two set of column are called attribute value pair. You should remember this. Opposite is called pivot. Means you have a data like this and you want to convert data into this format. This is called pivot. People are confused. So whatever I teach you is unpivot. The opposite is pivot. Okay. So in interview, what they will going to give you, if you have Power Query, they will give you data structure like this in the chat box. So they will say that, hey, hi Pranab, I have sent you a table that have this structure, okay, in which you have employee id, monday, day's name. So as a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I want output into this structure, how I can do it using Power Query. So this is the exact same to same question that was asked in the interview with one of my student. The same thing I'm teaching you. So they won't say what is unpivot and pivot. They will give you data like this. They will ask you to convert like this. So if you practice, then only you will be able to do that. If you only learn the theory, you will find difficulty while working also, in the interview also. Okay. Anybody have any questions on unpivot and pivot? What is these two? How to do that? If you have a question, ask now. Guys, we are good to go. I want everyone to respond. Siddhant, Om, other people, Akshay, Sonam, Parnav, Navdeep. Cool guys. Let's come back here. Now, the next topic that we have is date transformation. Okay. So let me have this data. So I have one column. Yeah. Who is this? Same thing. Select your table. You click it. You will have option for pivot. See, you just need to click on that. You will able to do that. Yeah. Just try once. If you are facing any challenge, do let me know. Why I'm not teaching you both the thing? Because in interview, you guys go. Most of the people they become confused. What is the difference between pivot and unpivot? Simple thing. What I'm doing, I'm converting a group of column into a set of two column, group of column, not all column of a table. So this table have seven column. I'm not converting all the column. I'm not unpivoting all the column. I'm only converting the some selected column, a selected group of column. So I'm only converting six column into set of two column, and these two column are attribute value pair. Got it? And opposite to this, if you have a table into this structure, you want to convert your table into this structure is called pivot. Okay. Most of the time in scenario, because there are crm tool, in crm tool or as a data source, the data is maintained into this structure. For analysis purpose, you have to convert your data into this structure. So practical uses, most of the time we do unpivot only. We rarely go for pivot. So that's why I'm teaching unpivot. Got it, guys? Akshay, we are good to go. Yeah. So now I have a table. That table have a reason column, profit column, and date column. Now let me insert this table here, and I will name this column table as a date transformation. I click OK. So we have a date transformation. I have a table with a AM reason column, then a profit. The data type of the profit is 123. It means whole number. If you want to make it decimal, you can do that. Okay, replace current context. Okay, so if you see, I have used one of the function mQuery always start with equal to sign. Then I'm using table dot transform column types. This is one of the function. Okay, on I'm transforming the data type of column. So that's what it say. Transform column types. Column types means column data types. On which table? Source table. So above this we have a source table. What I am doing, I am converting the reason column type to text, profit to number, and date to date data type. Okay. If I want to convert this to whole number, replace current. Whenever I select, it is an integer type. Okay, and this is a date column. So if you see here, this is date column, date data type. This is a date time, but as of now we have only date, so I will go for date. So the data type detected by Power Query was correct for reason column and date column. For the profit column, I want to make it because profit can be in decimal also. So I am choosing decimal. So data type here it is showing decimal. Now if I select date column, and from this date column suppose I want another column here. If you see, date is 1st of November 2023, 2nd of November 2003, it 2nd of October 2023. If you see, 15th of November 2022, then 2nd of March 2022, 2020, then 5th of May 2021, and 2nd of July 2022. So these are the different date. So we have information of 2023, 22, 20, and 21. From this date, suppose I want a one column here, and I want year. I want to extract year from here. So for this, I want 2023, for this 2023, for this 2023, for this 2022, for this 2020, and for this 2021. I want year. How can I do? I need to select date column, go to add column because I want another column into this table. So that's why I'm going for add column. And here if you see under from date and time, we have a date. Okay, ribbon. Inside date ribbon, if I click on the drop down, I will have year. So I can directly have a start of year if I want. I can even have a start of year, I can have end of year, or I can have simply year. So if I choose year, I will have a year. If I select this column, again go to add column, add column tab. Inside that date ribbon, if I choose year and if I choose the start of the year, I will have a start of the year. So for 2023, the start of year is 1st January 2023. For the year 15th of November 2022, the start of the year is 1st of January 2022. And same apply for other. So don't have to write any code or anything transformation in each row. By default, with UI only you will able to do all these transformation. If you want end of year, from this you can have end of year. So we have end of year now. I'm changing the position of date column. So here is my date column. I can select by left click on your mouse, press and hold it, and drag it here at the end. So I will have date column here. Okay. Now from this date column, what I want, I don't want year information. I want, quarter information. So I want, quarter information. So if you see, we have date, 1st of November 2023. November lies in the fourth quarter. I got four. Same here. November lies in the fourth quarter. I got four. This October lie in the fourth quarter. I got four. This November lies in the fourth quarter. I got fourth here. This March lies in the first quarter of the year. I got one. This May lies in the second of the quarter, and I got two. This, July lies in the third quarter. I got three. So how quarter is deciding? Let's come here. So if you see, the quarter is decided based on month name. So we have a month as January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the month. So this first 3 months are called first quarter. So January, February, and March together, they combine together to form a first quarter. So quarter means, if you see, quarter means one fourth. One fourth. Quarter means one fourth. Quarter means one fourth. One divided by four. This is called quarter. So in year we have 12 months. So if I divide 12 by 4, if I divide 12 by 4, I will have 3. If I divide 12 by 4, so divide function is not present here, is not here. So what I will do? I will simply use 12 divided by 4 and change, and I will format it. As of now it is formatting as a date. What I will do? I will right click, format cell, and I will format as a number. So 12 divided by 3, 12 divided by 4, it gives 3. Sorry, 12 divided by 3, it will give 12 divided by 4. Quarter means one fourth, so it should be 4. So I got 3. What it means? This 12 month will be grouped into set of 3 months. So I have 3 months: January, February, March. It will give us a quarter one. Then we have April, May, June. It will give quarter two. Then we have July, August, September. We have a quarter three, and the October, November, December. We have a quarter four. So these type of quarter are called, normal quarter, or these type of quartering. It is based on US calendar. USA follow these type of quarter. So for them, people in the USA, for them, a new year start in the month of January, and so that's why they consider, January as a first quarter. But for the people in India, for us, the year does not start in January. The year for us is start in March. Sorry, April. For us, the year start from April. So this April, May, June for India, it is term as first quarter. In India, this April, May, June is, given as a first quarter, and these are called financial year. Even for, if you see, our budget, every year it came in the month of April. It's financial year or financial calendar. So for India, our year start in the month of April. So the first quarter will be April, May, June is the first quarter. July, August, September, for us it is the second quarter. October, November, December is the third quarter for us. And January, February, March is the fourth quarter for us. So in India, we follow this way of having the quarter. The year start from start of year, or I must say start of financial year, not year. Oh, just one sec. I came at the bottom. It is a start of the financial year. It is a start of the financial year. Uh, Guys, just one sec. ठीक है. So, guys, this is called a start of the financial year for India. Okay, for India, it is the start of the financial year, and this is called end of the financial year. You should know all these because whenever you work in project, I am working for Flitcore. In Flitcore, it is a US based fintech company. For Flitcore, year starts in ends in December. So in December, almost you know all the project should end into this month. So there will be lots of pressure, that will be coming. Lots of work in coming in the fourth quarter. You need to close your every projects. It need to be end at the end of financial year because in December we have a Christmas and all that. Okay, but ideally, because for them, year ends in the month of December. So before this, if there is any project that is going on either from January or March or April or August month, it need to be end before December 31st December. For people in India, the financial year ends in the month of March, so it's end on 31st of March, start on 1st of April. So these are called financial year, these are called normal year or calendar year. Or you can say these are the calendar quarter or simply quarter. These are called financial quarter. Now, if I come back to here, if you see quarter, now you will to relate if you have this date, if you see the month is July. For normal calendar, July came in the third, if you see the July here, where is July? July is here. It came for normal calendar. It is quarter three, and that's why I'm getting quarter three here. For here, if you see the month is May, the May lies in quarter two, so I'm getting quarter two and so on. So from this date column, you can extract quarter also. If you want to extract other thing, start of the quarter, end of the quarter, you can do that. Same be you can extract the week, so week of the year. So if it is normal year, we have 52 week. If it is a leap year, we have 53 weeks. Okay. So for normal year, we have 52 weeks. So if you see 52 multiplied by 7, it come out to be 354, 364, right? So let me do that. Equal to 52 weeks multiplied by 7, we got 364 days. So we got 364 days in normal year. This is a normal year. If you have a leap year, right? If you have a leap year, then we have a 365 days. 365 days. How we will identify whether a year is leap year or normal year? So if year number, suppose 2024, it is completely divisible by 4. If it is completely divisible by 4, it is a leap year. So since 2024 will get completely divisible by 4, so I can say that year 2024 is a leap year. Suppose 2023, it is not completely get divided by 4, the remainder will be 3. If I say 2023 percentage 4, okay, I need to write equal to sign in front of this. Okay, let me write mod. If mod is present, yeah, mod is present. Inside this mod, what I'm doing, I'm 2023 comma, I want to divide by 4. If you see, I got a remainder 3. So it is not divisible by 2023 is not completely divisible by 4. So this is 2023 is not a leap year. This 2023 is not a leap year. So if I put 2024, I will find mod is coming 0, remainder is coming 0, means 2024 is completely divisible by 4. And that's why I can say 2024 is a leap year. Is a leap year. Okay. So same way you can do other date transformation. I've just shown few. You need to just first select the date column, you go here, and you can choose start of the week of the year, and so on. Week of the month, start of the week, end of the week, so that you can find day also. So normal day, it will give you day number. Okay, so it is first day, because first of November 2023. This is second day. This is 15th date. This is 5 day. This is second day. Again, you will get all this information here. See, you will get here. So these type of date transformation, whenever you want to do, you can do that. Okay. Now, so if anybody have any query with relate to this, you can ask now. Any question, or if we are good to go to move ahead, give me this symbol. I will get to understand. Yeah, you tell me what is the issue. You can provide end of month. I will teach you during DAX. Okay, don't worry. So then we have an aggregation function, aggregation or a group by. So suppose I have data into this structure. I have a reason column and a profit column. And reason is we have east. So for east I have profit as $20. Another I have $10. Again for best region I have $5. Then south region I have $15. Then central region I have $5. Then east region I have another $5, and for south region I have another $5. What I want, that question is, you have this data. The question asked is what is the total profit of east region. So how you will do that? You will add all the east. So we have 10 plus 20, 30, and then for this east, that is 7. So 10 plus 20, 30 plus 7, 37. So the for the east region I have 37 total profit. Again for the west region, what is the total profit? So if I go here, I have west here, so the profit is 5. Again I will look for west is present here, west is not present here, so the total profit in west region is $5. So 5 is coming here. Now for south region, if you see, so where is south? If you see, if I will group my data, so I will take south from here, I will take south from here, and and then we have a south here. Okay. Now I will sum up these two value 15 plus 8 that come up to 23. For south I get 23. If I ask for central, how much is the profit? I have a central here. So at only one place only. So I will have a central and the total profit is 5. So I'm getting 5 here. Again for the east, if I want to understand, so I will copy all the rows at one place. I'm just grouping my data, and here is east. Again I will come here, copy it and paste it here. So here is 20 plus 10 plus 7, that goes to 37. So what I have done, I have grouped my data based on region. So all the region that belong to south is at one place. All the region that belong from central is at one place. All the region that belong from east, that is what at one place. And for each south, I have one single row. I got 23 value. I have sum of all these value 15 plus 8 23. Then for the central I have only one row, so that will come here. And now for the east we have three row, so 20 plus 7 30 plus 7 37. So for the east region I have 37 here. So what I have done it, I grouped my data based on region. So when I group my data based on region, I have unique value of region only. So east has appeared once, west has appeared once, south has appeared once, central appeared once. So when you group your data based on region, you will have unique value of region, because you are creating a separate bucket for each region. So one bucket for south, another bucket for central, another bucket for east. One bucket for each unique region. So I had four region here, so I have four bucket here. So what I have done, I grouped my data based on region column. So whenever you are doing grouping, you need to aggregate on another column. So grouping and aggregation goes hand by hand. So what in aggregation, what I am doing, I am summing up the value. This is my aggregation. So that 15 plus 8 that goes to 30, 15 plus 8 that goes to 23. For south I have 23. So I grouped my data on region column. If I'm grouping my data on region column, I need to aggregate other column. What is the other column on which I'm aggregating? I'm aggregating on profit column. What is the aggregation that I'm following? I'm following aggregation as a sum. I'm doing the sum of these values and putting it here. So at in aggregation, you either you can go for sum, you can find the average, you can find the mean, you can find the max. So if you find the max, so out of these, south, which is the maximum value, 15 is the maximum value. So for south, you will get 15 here. For the east region, we have this bucketing, which is the maximum value out of these three, 20. So the for east region, you will have 20. If you take, if you take aggregation as max. For west region, I have only one row, and what is the value? 5. So out of 5 the maximum is 5 only, so I will have 5. And same apply for central. For central, I have only one row and that the value is 5, so I will have 5. So you can do aggregation, you can either do sum, you can do min, you can do max, you can do average, anything thing can you can do. So these are called aggregation. I am doing aggregation of profit column. I am doing group by on reason column. So if I are doing group by on reason column, we have a unique value of reason in the output. How to do that group by? Let's have this table. I will go in the Power Query, enter my data and paste it, and I will name it as group by. Okay, I click OK. I have group by data. How to group my data? You just need to have to home tab. Under home tab, you have a group by here, or either what you can do, you can go to transform tab. Inside transform tab, you will have group by. So we have group by here. You do it from here, from home tab, sorry, home from transform tab, or either from home tab. Both are same only. Both are same. No change. Okay, so let me click group by here. Okay, so I'm grouping my data based on which column? Grouping my data based on reason column. Now I have to do the aggregate. What type of aggregation that I want to do? I want to sum up the value. I want to do aggregate on which column? I need to select the column. I want to do aggregate on profit column. And I will get a new column. The name of the new column that I want to give is total profit. So I will go here and name this new column as total profit. Okay, and click OK. Now if you see, I have one column for east, one column for west, one column for south, and other column for central. And I have same value. For east 37, for west 5, for south it is 23, for central it is 5. Exactly the same output that I had here. These type of transformation is called grouping. Okay. Now if you go to setting area of this group by, suppose here operation I want to do some, let's I want to have max. Click OK. So max of I need to choose column. So max of not reason column but max of profit column. So see, for east it is coming 20, for west is this 5, for south is it 15, for central it is 5. Exactly the same output that I have here, 25, 15, and 5. 25, 15, and 5. Exactly same output. Suppose you want to change your aggregation, you don't want to go for mean. Choose column profit. Mean based on which column? You can do that. You can go with average. Average on profit column. See, these are the average value. So for each reason why 12.33 is coming, so what it has done it, I will go for each reason. For each reason, I have a three rows. Value is 20 plus 10, 30 plus 7, 37. So if I divide 37 by 3, I should have 12.33. And this is the average value that I am getting, 20.33. Guys, just one sec. Hello? I will join at it. Please don't call me. Yeah, guys. So it is 12.33. Now we have 15 plus 8 for south, 15 plus 8 23. If you divide 23 by 2, because we have only two rows, we'll have 11.5. For south, we should have 11.5. For south, we have 11.5. So you can do your aggregation, any aggregation that you want. So you can count rows, you can count distinct row, you can all rows. These are the, aggregation that is available. And you can group your data based on reason column or profit column. As of now, I want to go with the sum aggregations. I want to, based on profit column, I click OK. And these are the value that I'm getting. This is called group by. Why I should go with the group by? Suppose while creating a dashboard, while creating a dashboard, your end user don't want to see all the rows. They want to see only the aggregated data. So they will tell you, don't tell me for this first reason the profit is 10 for this month, for next month it is $10, for the first month it is $20, for the third month it is coming uh, uh, $7. Give me aggregated value. What is the total profit of each region? I don't want to see month wise. So then you can go by the grouping. You can directly tell, for east it is 37, for west it is 5, for south, for the fourth month it is $15. Okay, for, second month it is $8. So 15 plus 8 23. So I got 23. So either you can group your data when your end user want to see only summarize or group data, don't want to see all this data, you can group it. Okay, so that in Power BI the number of rows will be very less. Okay, your report will be optimized, because if you see this table, I have 7 rows, but here I have only 4 rows. So the number of rows has decreased. So Power BI can handle lesser rows, lesser record, you know in a better way as compared to handling more number of rows. Okay, guys, any question from group by? If you have any ask, or if you are good to go, send me the symbol. Yeah, Akshay, Siddhant, Om, other people, can you confirm it? Parnab, Sonam, cool guys. Navdeep, if you have any questions, please ask. Okay, silence means you don't have any questions. Let's move ahead. Now we have parameter in Power Query. This is very, very important. Okay, now what I will do, let's suppose you have your database, SQL database. Inside this database, you have a table, and this is the table that you have inside your SQL database. So you have reason column and the profit column, and you have data for east region, you have data for west region, then you have data for south region, then you have data for central region. So all the region data is available into this SQL table. Okay, now you need to in Power Query or a Power BI, you want to analyze data only for each region. So you want to, there is a requirement that came, and they ask you to create a report in which analyze the data for each region data. Show me some insight on the data But this data should be only belong to east region data. They have not asked you to do the analysis on west, south, and central region. But this table have all the region data. So what you can do, you can come here, apply the filter on central, so apply the filter on east, and you have east only data for east region. So this is a Excel where you can do that. But in SQL database, all in SQL table, all your data is available. So what you will do, while fetching the data from this table into Power Query, I will apply a filter on reason column. This type of filter is called data label filter. This type of filter is called data label filter. What it means? While fetching the data from source only, I am restricting the number of rows. Since I want to analyze data for each region, let's have the data for each region only. Why should I have data for all the region? I don't want. I want only these three rows. So from bringing, from here SQL to Power Query, I will restrict using filter. The type of filter is called data label filter. How I can do that? Let's see. So let me insert this data. Let me hit enter. I got table, but I want to rename this change as a parameter. Okay, because here we'll try to understand the concept of parameter. Okay, so I have a parameter table. Now I have a parameter table. Now what I can do, I can restrict, the number of rows that will going to load from, this Power Query to Power BI desktop. How can I do that? Here I can apply the filter. Here I can choose east and click OK. And let me click close and apply. Now go to the Power BI desktop. The data is loading. Let the data load. And let's come to the table view and go to the parameter table. See, I'm only able to see each region data in Power BI for analysis. So if I create some report or dashboard or table visual, and if I bring, if I go to parameter table and if I drag and drop region and then profit, I will have only for each region because data that I imported is of each region only. Let's come back to Power Query. Let me go here. So what you have seen, you have all the data, all the region data, but you are filtering, only this region data and loading into Power BI desktop. So this type of filtering is called manual filtering or hard coded filtering, where I hard coded this value. If you understand, I'm using table dot select row function where I'm saying for each row, whenever there is a each means each row of table, it will going to check whether the reason is equal to east or not. If it reason is equal to east, it will going to return me the value. If the reason is not equal to east, that row will not appear. So for these row, the reason is not equal to east, so these row have not appeared. These are filtered out, and only I am getting three rows for reasonist. 3 rows for reasonist. This type of coding is called hard coding. Suppose later on if somebody asks you, no, I need the information of not only east region but I need information of south region. So what you have to do, you have to download that report. Again you have to come to Power Query and you have to change this value from east to south, and you have data for south. But these are manual, these are not preferred. So I need to make it dynamic. How can I do that? So for that I can create a parameter. So people those who have attended my SQL class, I have taught parameter in a store procedure. This will behave like that only, exactly same. How to create? You need to home tab, inside that we have a manage parameter. You need to click here and click new parameter. So we'll have a manage parameter tab. Here we can create a new table, new parameter. Let's name this parameter as a region. Okay, so this is the name that I want to give. See, the name is reflecting here. The type, what type of value that I want to store into this reason column. So I want to store the reason name. These are the string value, so I will choose text here. Okay, then I will provide list of value. So reason can be east, it can be south, it can be west, it can be central. So any of the reason that is available, I provided the list of the value. What is the default value? Suppose you didn't select any value in the parameter, what it should be? It should be east. And what is the current value? Means the current value. I choose east only. I click OK. So this is the parameter that I created. If you see, the name of the parameter is region. So if you can see here, the symbol for this parameter is different. The symbol look like this. The name is region. What type of value that I'm storing? I'm storing text type, so I given type as text. And then I will list of value, because I know like any of the value I can select. So I can do that. Default value, if nothing is selected, by default east will going to pass by this parameter. And the current value is, you can change any other value like south and anything else. So the current value is south, but you don't choose south, by default it will be east. It will be east. So I have this reason parameter. What I will do, I will go back here into the parameter table. In place of south, I will remove south, and I will add the name of my parameter. The name of my parameter is region. So I will add it in region and click on this commit button. Now if I go here region parameter, let change the value from east to south and come back here. See, I have the data for south. Let's come back to this region parameter and choose the value for east. Come back here. Now I have the data for east. So by default, this region parameter which I have given, the value here I will change. Central, let's choose. I have the data for central here. I have data for central. These are dynamic. User can change its value on Power BI service. User can change this value of the parameter, and as they will change the value of the parameter, by default the data in the table will change. These are called dynamic solutions. These are called dynamic solutions. So what is the use of parameter? Parameter is used to make your query dynamic. where end user can change the value of parameter in the Power BI service, and they will have different reason. So these are not hard coded. So like whenever they want to see the data of different reason, they have to simply come to the parameter, change the value, go back to here, and they will see the data for the south region or the selected region. You don't have to download the report, come to Power Query, change the value manually. After 2 days, some other manager will come. I want to see the data for each region. Again, you have to download, manually change, publish it to Power BI service. So this will be very tough process. Instead, you can use your parameter, make your query dynamic. Make your query dynamic. I will load my table. Okay, guys. Any questions as of now? Any questions? Group by, pivot, unpivot, date transformation, parameter. Any question on this topic? Okay, no questions, guys. So that's all for the today. In the next class, we'll able to finish our Power Query. So only few topic are left. Let me stop my recording.